Hello and welcome back to another FPL video. Game week 2 is on the horizon. More football, more FPL to be had. If you're new around here, I know that 93% of you are not subscribed. If you wouldn't mind helping me out, I'm really trying to push for 100 subscribers. If you could help me out by hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And let's get straight into this preview. So first things first, let's take a quick look at the fixtures. What can we expect from this weekend's football? Now we have Everton versus West Brom to start with. Everton should have a comfortable little victory here. They looked very good against Spurs last week, and I expect this to be sort of 1-2-0. Leeds versus Fulham, this will be a very intriguing contest. I can see this being a couple of goals, maybe a 2-1, 2-2. Maybe I think Leeds could nick this game. However, with Mitrovic now playing, I can see Fulham grabbing a couple of goals as well. Leeds looked reasonably sloppy at the back against Liverpool, so I could definitely see Fulham scoring. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace will give Manchester United a hard game here, but Manchester United will just pip it 1-0, 2-1, that kind of thing. I don't expect there to be too many goals. Arsenal versus West Ham. West Ham in complete disarray at the minute. I can see Arsenal going back in 3, 4, 5 in this game. Aubameyang on absolute fire. Let's hope so. Southampton versus Spurs. Mourinho and Spurs are going to want a rejuvenation after that pretty poor performance against Everton last week. Same with Southampton, they weren't too good against Crystal Palace, so both sides here really needing to sort of kickstart their season and grab some points in this game. However, I think Spurs are going to nick it down that left side. Heung-min Son is going to cause absolute terror to Kyle Walker-Peters. I'm going to go with 3-1 Spurs. Newcastle versus Brighton, two teams who actually started off pretty well. Obviously Brighton did lose the game against Chelsea, but they started very, very well. However, I can see Newcastle winning this game. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Newcastle. Chelsea versus Liverpool. I think Chelsea are going to cause the champions problems. However, I don't think they're going to have enough at the back to keep Liverpool out. I'm going to go with a 3-2 to Liverpool, even a 4-2. I think Liverpool are going to score plenty of goals in this game and Chelsea are going to return. Then we have a Leicester City versus Burnley. Burnley obviously coming back, playing their first game of the season. For me personally, I think Leicester, with that one game advantage, they had a nice little performance against West Brom. It's going to be a tougher game, but I'm going to go with 1-0 Leicester. Then we take a look at Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. Obviously, Aston Villa just coming back as well as Burnley. Sheffield United, I'm going to go with a cheeky little 0-0 to start. I think it's going to be a reasonably boring game. Both sides are going to struggle, but both sides are going to end up coming out with a point. Wolves versus Manchester City. Now, Wolves did look very, very good defensively, so I'm not going to obliterate them by going particularly wild in this one. I'm just going to go for a simple... Actually, I think Wolves will score, so I'm going to go with 3-1 Manchester City. I think City will have enough firepower to break that Wolves defence down and score plenty of goals. So what does this mean for the lining up of the team? Well, in goal we're going with McCarthy. I benched Basham last week. He will now come into the team for the Aston Villa fixture. Obviously, I hope that it is 0-0 because I've got two Sheffield United defenders there, Basham and Egan. I'm very hopeful of Justin as well. He picked up a clean sheet and assist in that last game and was very attacking, could easily pick up a goal against Burnley. So I very much like Justin there as well. Trent, I mean, against Chelsea, I am expecting him to concede, but the last time they played Chelsea, I think he picked up 13 odd points. He got a goal, assist, bonus points. So we're not even really expecting, Liverpool to keep a clean sheet, but if Trent can get some attacking returns, that would be absolutely wonderful. Moving into the midfield, we have the main three guys sticking with the same three as last week. Son, Salah, Aubameyang. Aubameyang now with the armband. Salah, I mean, I don't mind him away against Chelsea. I think he definitely could score. But at home to West Ham, it's just written for Aubameyang to go and get 1, 2, 3, even 4 goals. He's on very, very good form at the minute. And for me, it's just an absolute no-brainer to be captaining Aubameyang. Moving into the three up front. Now, Mitrovic, for me, I'm sticking with the guy. He was benched, however, the sort of 20-30 minutes that we did see him play, he got the ball into some very dangerous positions, got some shots off, which made me think he could definitely be a threat, especially against a Leeds side who I think potentially will win the game, but because of their attack and not because of their defence. Them losing Ben White, who was absolutely key to their defence last season. We saw how good he played against Chelsea. I think defensively Leeds are quite weak, so I can see Mitrovic picking up some goals. Then we have Timo Werner against Liverpool. I actually quite like that. I think Werner can expose Trent Alexander-Arnold especially and pick up 1, 2, a couple of goals. We'll start with Callum Wilson against Brighton. I like the fixture for Callum Wilson. He was very clinical against West Ham, and I can see him having a very, very good season. Could he be the new Danny Ings? Then just to finish it off, we complete the bench. Obviously, Ward-Prowse against Tottenham. It is a home fixture. However, I don't particularly back them that much. I think Spurs will come out gunning for a victory. Mitchell against Crystal Palace. As much as I'd love to play Mitchell, I don't think I can against Manchester United. You could, there's the potential of a whitewash. I don't think it will be, but there is a potential. Then we also have Riedwald completing it. It's a bit annoying to see him pick up an injury because I thought he'd be a sort of easy, 2-pointer per game, but it looks like he won't be. So a little mistake there in the pick. Probably should have just gone with Basuma or Romeu. But also completing us off is Nyland. Now, potentially, depending on the news we hear, I might start Nyland. However, I think Martinez has just signed for Aston Villa, and if he has, he will go straight into that goalkeeping spot. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this quick little team selection video, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next